way D's whack. He ain't dirty, he ain't ghetto, and he definitely ain't no kid. His hair, whack. His gear, whack. His jewelry, whack. His foot stance, whack. The way that he talks, whack. The way that he doesn't even like to smile, whack. Me, I'm tight as fuck. And he definitely can't escape transition. I've never seen a rock to fakie. I've never even seen a simple kick turn.
You know, with how big skateboarding culture is, you would think that there'd be more cartoons off it. You know, we had some big ones. You know, we had Rocket Power, we had Zeke and Luther, and then we got Wild Grinders. But like after that, there really wasn't any shows dedicated to skateboarding. And also on top of that, if we wanted like a skateboarding type of anything in animation, it was just like a one-off episode. You know, Fairly Odd Parents did it, and the Goofy Movie 2 is all about extreme sports and stuff like that. So we go years and years without any shows dedicated to just skateboarding. That is until we got a little web show based off of one of the most popular apps in recent memory. Subway Surfers cartoon is an underrated gem. How so? Well, let's get into it.
What up, y'all? Yeah, soundtrack, what's poppin', baby? Woo! Y'all ain't know, I go by the name of Lupe Fiasco.
Subway Surfers is about a group of kids: Jake, Fresh, Tricky, and Tawny. Also, Jimmy Neutron is here for some reason. The four kids all hang out in a subway yard and skate around. One day they find a strange piece of tech by accident, then, okay, a thing about the show is that it's scattered a bit with its episodes. All the episodes are, like, out of order. Episode 1 sets things up, but then episode 2 comes, and then they're talking about things that we haven't even seen yet. The whole show's like this, but have no fear, File will explain the order of events. The timeline of events that happens, it goes from episode 1 to episode 7, episode 8, episode 10, episode 11, then episode 2, episode 9, episode 3, episode 6, episode 5, and finally episode 4. Besides the messy order of episodes, the show spends a lot of time defining each main character. They also try to establish that these guys are a good squad of friends, and they succeed in that. For the episodes we do get, the chemistry between Jake, Fresh, Tricky, and Tawny is really good. You really connect with their friendship, and Jimmy Neutron is here.
Seriously, King?
I can skate, I can rap, I got six back dudes on tap. Eat my cake, do my dance. I want me some fries from France.
Look, I'm sorry, I don't mean to harp on this, but I just think it's funny. King is like the cousin Kyle of the show, or the fucking Ozzy from Zeke and Luther.
I'll tell you what's scary. UFOs. Nice to know. You know what you need to invent, Tawny? Self-pouring ketchup, so Jake doesn't pull a muscle.
Out of all the characters in the show, Jake appears the most. He's written to be the leader of the group. He needs the bravest out of the bunch and the one who gets into the most trouble. As in like the game, Jake is always running from the cop and his dog. In episode 2, we get to see a glimpse of into Jake's home life. He lives with his mom but has no dad around. You can tell that Jake has a special relationship with her. The show also uses Jake when the lore takes center stage, but more about that later.
Molly's shredded chicken tacos. Man, wear slacks for one of those. Don't go there, bro. Smothered in guac.
Problem with ketchup? It's got no swag. Fries like these, they deserve mayo.
Alright. Wolf Haley, I future Wolf gang, nigga.
Fresh is cool. He and Jake play off each other very well, and I like the episode center around him. Although a quirk of his that I don't particularly like is that he carries a whole lot of boombox with him wherever he goes. Linus and his blanket type shit. But I can't even lie, I like this when I can't find my headphones. Fresh's funniest episode is when Jake gets ketchup all over his white Air Forces.
I'm so sorry, Fresh. That was totally my fault.
Son, look at this nigga's face. He's distraught about it, but like, I get it. I understand.
Let's put her out of her misery.
This speech is my recital. I think it's very vital to rock around. That's right. On time. It's tricky. It's here we go. It's tricky to rock around. To rock around. That's right. On time. It's tricky. It's tricky. 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 It's tricky to rock around. To rock around. That's right. On time. It's tricky. Tricky. Tricky.
Yeah, you like that? Like that song choice? Quite a comedian, aren't I? Funny ass nigga. Tricky is fun to watch. Within the group, she's the one who grounds everyone, but also they show us that she suffers a bit of anxiety dealing with her overbearing mother.
Beatrice. Well, that is a lovely outfit, but, breakfast started 2 minutes ago.
Sorry, Mother. I had to go back to my dance shoes. I almost forgot the recitals today.
Goodness gracious, how could you possibly forget the recital?
What recital?
Oh, ignore your father. We are both dying to see your new routine.
We get to see a lot of Tricky throughout the show. She has her own arc with a dancer recital and helps her strengthen her bonds with Fresh and Jake.
We need a second opinion.
While she's not my favorite in the show, she does help make this group of kids stronger.
It's tricky to rock around. To rock around. That's right. On time. It's tricky. How's it, D? Tricky. It's tricky to rock around. To rock around. That's right. On time. It's tricky.
Oh, maybe it's because you control the turn radius with your toes. You know, tick, tack, toe.
And Tricky's gone to her happy place.
Finally, there's the brain kid of the bunch, Tawny. She's the inventor of the group and also shown to have a little bit of a crush on Jake.
Satellite, and then
The message from Mr. Cutie.
that's not. Oh, he's just.
Why not do T's recital with me and F ballerina? Applause, cheeseburger. Oops.
Suki, send a return. Working on new invention, but thanks. Rocket ship, rain cloud, tomato, carrot, eggplant.
Message sent to Mr. Cutie.
Okay, where were we?
Out of all the characters, Tawny has the least amount of screen time, but they give us enough for us to understand who she is. We don't know why she's in the science, but I guess it's not really important. I don't know, she really doesn't do it for me. Plus, she can't even skate.
How do I get off this thing?
We'll be right back.
Don't buzz away. Bug Juice will be right back.
It's a gold mine. TV news out. You got left on. Midnight road trip. It's a gold mine. TV news out. You got left on. Midnight road trip. Do you know what I can see with my own crystal eye? It is so practical, blood red and so factual.
Now it's time to get back to Bug Juice.
Because we have 4 main characters, it's a matter of finding a good and interesting contrast between the 4 main characters, so each of them stand out in their own little way.
Okay, so the story in this show really doesn't get fleshed out. And be it that fans haven't gotten an episode 12 in 3 years, I think it's not to say that we're not getting any more. But how is the story as it is? Well, the story goes as follows. Jake, Fresh, Tricky, and Tawny find a piece of tech one day. The following day, Tawny makes a hoverboard out of it. Jake goes to say that this is one of the best things ever happened to them and proclaims them as the Subway Surfers. The guard chases Jake for a bit throughout the rail yard. The guard loses Jake and ends up in an old subway station where we see this strange guy with a rabbit mask. It's not explicitly said what he's trying to do, but from what we gather, he's trying to go home. Well, his little ritual to get home gets screwed because of a tag we can only assume Jake had did. Frank, as he's called in the game, then puts a hit on Jake, and that's where the show ends.
Ready? Come on, this is just starting to get...
I told you we'd get you. This time, we're taking this to your mother.
Whoa, hold on. Wait. What was that?
It was, none of your business. That's what it was. Central Station staff only.
So, yeah, the writers put in just enough to keep us, the audience, intrigued in what's going on. And by making episodes pretty much out of order, it's a way of keeping the viewers coming back so we can see more of the lore. It's actually a brilliant tactic. They do just enough for its short episode order. If the writers ever wanted to return to the show, they could pretty much go in any direction. I'd love to see it if they went more in action-focused direction. As for the look of the show, the animation in the show is actually really good. They didn't skip out just because it's the web show. Lots of good facial expression. The lighting is good too. It gives the show a very warm feeling when watching it. Whenever the show does a few action set pieces, they do a good job. Particularly in the last episode, the use of the blue provides a great contrast to the warm and sunny feeling of the show. If the show were able to continue, I'd love to see the art style get more dynamic.
My dad used to be a pro skateboarder.
All in all, the Subway Surfers cartoon is a pretty good time. I wish there was more of it, but for what we got, it's not so bad. And if you haven't played Subway Surfers in a while, go ahead and re-download it. They're still updating the game, and it's still pretty fun to this day. Alright, that's all for me. I will see you all in a future video. Goodbye.